You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, woo, wheeling dealing, limousine riding, jet flying, son of a gun, and I'm having a hard time holding these alligators down. Woo!
You are watching the leaders in full immersion gaming, and this is the pregame show only on the NBL Network.
Welcome one and all to another edition of the NBL Live pregame show, and that's brought to you each and every week by our graphic sponsor, Web3KS.com. They do that overlay you see here on NBL Live. A ton of other graphics for us across the NBL network, and they're super affordable, so if you or anyone you know needs graphics done for an affordable price, head over to Web3KS.com. They are the leaders in affordable graphic design. Thanks for hanging out with us, folks. Championship weekend here on NBL Live. I'm OSU. I'm hanging out with my man, Sonny. We were taking him up to the AFC Championship game. The right to face off against the Seattle Seahawks out of the NFC. It is a battle today between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the New England Patriots. Sonny, this is a game with a ton of storylines. The Pittsburgh Steelers trying to keep their undefeated season alive. The New England Patriots, somehow Patriots overlooked this season, weren't great, very dominant at all during the regular season. They really struggled at times, but they fought their way through the playoffs. They have a chance to get to the Super Bowl. This is a very intriguing matchup between two very talented teams.
Yeah, two very talented teams fighting for possibly and what many would consider the Super Bowl. I think the AFC is definitely the favorite heading into the Super Bowl. This is possibly the matchup of the two best remaining teams. So we're going to see some interesting stuff tonight. I think the Steelers' offense is something to be reckoned with. The Patriots have had their moments throughout the season, but let's see if they've got something special in line for the Steelers.
Now, before we talk about the game at hand and look at some players to watch in the AFC Championship game, let's talk about who they're going to be fighting for a chance to play against. That's the Seattle Seahawks. Came out of the NFC. And Sonny, we had an edition of the NBL magazine come out, which really put, I think, it very poignantly that the Seahawks, no one really has any respect for these guys. They don't think that they can win anything. A lot of people didn't even pick them to win a playoff game, let alone get to the Super Bowl. But this is a Seahawks team that is very talented. They finished the regular season at 13-3. And they found a way to win some games in the playoffs, and they're going to be in the Super Bowl. What sort of team is the Seattle Seahawks team going into the Super Bowl?
Well, I'll tell you what the Seattle Seahawks are. They are overrated. That's what they are right there, OSU. This team right now, I'm telling you, they lack offensive ability. They've got two guys on that defensive line that can get after it. Whoever wins this matchup, keep six guys in, block, and you're going to win that game. I think the Seattle Seahawks remind me a lot, actually, of the Cleveland Browns last night. Now, and the reason
before we get there, I feel like that's pretty harsh. I don't think that there are a lot of things that should be considered close to the Cleveland Browns last night. 10 turnovers. They threw the ball to the opposing team as much time as they threw it to their own team. Are you saying the Seahawks are as bad as the Browns were last night?
Well, bear with me. What I'm saying is that Seahawks team is built very similar. They're very Thomas Rawls-centric. They want to run the ball. They're not going to try to put the ball up that many times. And I think the Steelers and or the Patriots, if they can stack the box, stop Thomas Rawls, I don't see a way the Seahawks can win in that Super Bowl matchup.
Man, oh man, hashtag not my top 5 going around the NBL after that performance by the Cleveland Browns last night. The Steelers walking their way into the Super Bowl, into the AFC Championship game, hoping to get to the Super Bowl with a win today against the New England Patriots. Let's look at two players to watch, some guys to focus on. And on the side of the New England Patriots, we always talk about Tom Brady, how much of a stalwart he is on the offensive side of the ball, but where would he be without Rob Gronkowski? This is a guy that is just an athletic freak at the tight end position, and he's one of the favorite targets of Tom Brady. 532 receiving yards this year, 12.7 yards per catch. The big one, though, is only 2 touchdowns. And I believe we had the New England Patriots on NBL Live in the middle of the season, and Rob Gronkowski was only at 1 touchdown at this point. So, Sonny, we talk about the chemistry between Brady and Gronkowski, and we talk about how much Brady does like throwing to him. 42 receptions, that's not nothing. But Is there concern in New England the fact that Rob Gronkowski is not getting the ball to pay dirt and instead is just getting the ball much further down the field?
Well, part of the problem is Tom Brady only 12 touchdowns on the year total. So when you think about it that way, it's not so bad that Gronkowski has two of those. Garoppolo has two as well. But when you think about it, Gronkowski really kind of has been an underutilized target here in New England. Brandon Cooks, 59 receptions, 945 yards. He's really the big threat here. But what Gronkowski is going to do for you, he's going to get you the tough yards over the middle. You've still got Julian Edelman, but I think Brady favors Gronk in those big third down conversion situations. Watch for him tonight and watch that matchup with Ryan Shazier.
Well, and just a question. I mean, only 2 touchdowns for Gronkowski. This is a Patriots team that has at times struggled to score, struggled to get in the end zone. Do you think that Tom Brady should be looking for Gronkowski, especially in the red zone? This is a guy who's big, athletic, and he can really get behind the zone, and you can throw it up to this guy in the end zone. It just seems like Brady's not looking for him.
Well, and that's true, but one of the things you got to keep in mind is the running attack here has been really effective for the New England Patriots, something that people often overlook when you have Tom Brady under center. They've got 15 rushing touchdowns on the year right now between their 3 running backs, and that's probably why Gronkowski is getting less targets in the red zones. They're taking a more conservative approach and not to turn the ball over in the red zone. I think it's working for them, obviously.
Well, and on the flip side, let's talk about Martavis Bryant, and if you watched our NBL Live game yesterday, well, you didn't get a chance to see a whole lot of the Pittsburgh offense have to do anything with how many turnovers the defense was forcing. The offense was relegated to I think almost a tertiary role behind the special teams. They really didn't have to do a whole lot, but Martavis Bryant did have a long touchdown catch. He's over 1,000 yards once again on the season, 23.9 yards per catch, 13 touchdowns. How big is Martavis Bryant going to be today, especially considering the Pittsburgh Steelers, they don't have Antonio Brown back yet. He'll be back for the Super Bowl, but not today. So what does Bryant give the offense in the passing game?
Well, the loss of Antonio Brown is a big one, and I expect the Patriots to key on Martavis Bryant today. Now, watch for Malcolm Butler to be on him early in the downs, but Stephon Gilmore will probably transition over maybe when they think the deep shots are coming. Malcolm Butler only 5'11", Stephon Gilmore 6'1", but really the value of Bryant is the way he stretches the field. He can take the top off of defense. If you see a lot of one-on-one matchups, look for Ben Roethlisberger to take his shots with Martavis Bryant. We saw it against the Browns yesterday. Watch for it to happen again this week.
All right, we're about ready to send it out to the game. We got to get your predictions, Sonny Weaver, and we got to get all your guys' predictions in the chat. Keep them coming. Sonny is thoroughly on the side of the Pittsburgh Steelers right now. I think a lot of people not only see what the Steelers have done going undefeated so far, but I think a lot of them got to watch yesterday's game and see how dominant they were. But we do have a couple people, namely our very own Hop from the NBL, saying 35-21 Pats, picking the Patriots by 14 points on the road at the undefeated Pittsburgh Steelers. Sonny, what do you think? Are the Steelers going to keep this undefeated run going, or are you going with what I think most people are considering the clinically insane Hop and taking the Pats on the road in Pittsburgh?
Yeah, I'm not going with Hop. I will never go with Hop anywhere. But what I will tell you, the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to win this game, but I think it may end up being a little bit closer than we expect. Expect a couple Ben Roethlisberger turnovers. The secondary of the New England Patriots is severely underrated. Watch for the Steelers. Like I said, some early turnovers. Patriots get some good field position, score. I'm going to take the Steelers in this one and probably a closer game than people expect. I'm going to say 30-21 Steelers.
Okay, I would like to point out that in the chat right now, the 3 people who I have seen pick the Patriots are all NBL guys. Hop, Delvar, and Deca. Boy, not the strongest group of predictors over there. I feel like there might be some personal bias coming in, Sonny. What about you?
Well, you know, 2 of those guys may have lost to Timbo throughout the year, so just saying.
Just throwing it out there. Just good information for everyone to have out there to see where our predictions are coming from, but there's only one way to find out, folks. A Super Bowl berth is on the line. Let's get to the game. Coming up next, it's the AFC Championship game. The undefeated streak of the Pittsburgh Steelers tries to carry on. The New England Patriots looking for respect. It's the Steelers, it's the Patriots, and it's right now here on NBL Live.
My name is Rex Dixon.
Craig Stein.
Clint from EA Sports.
You're watching NBL.
You're watching the NBL Network. And you're watching the MBLN Network.
empty backfield for Atkins. He's been dropping back to pass here on 4th down. He's looking deep over the middle. He has a man. It's Brandon Cooks who catches it, makes a man miss.
Oh, that's
Woodard is dropping back. He's got open over the middle.
Wow. That big playmaker ability as he finds him again.
Into the end zone. Another touchdown. And we are live, folks. Championship weekend here in the NBL continues on. It's the AFC Championship game between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the New England Patriots right now here on NBL Live, broadcast number 132. We appreciate each and every one of you tuning in here to NBL Live. I'm OSU. I'm hanging with my man, Sonny Weaver. Sonny, I'm going to ask you the question that I ask, frankly, just about everybody who comes on NBL Live. If the New England Patriots are going to find a way to break this undefeated streak, to beat the Pittsburgh Steelers here on the road, what do you think is the one key to their victory? Is it maybe Tom Brady being effective in the passing game, or does it turn over to the defense? What's the X factor here for the New England Patriots?
Well, it all comes down to turnover differential. You have got to get after Ben Roethlisberger. You've got to get pressure on him. You've got to turn the ball over. And on the same thought process, as your offense goes, so will this game. If your offense is turning the ball over, you're not going to beat this Steelers team. We saw it against the Cleveland Browns. They got caught in some quicksand, and they just kept trying to throw their way out of it, and they dug themselves deeper. So for the New England Patriots, they're going to get the defensive shot here first. They need to get after Ben and try to turn this over.
So what you're saying is the New England Patriots should not turn the ball over 10 times?
Probably not a good idea.
Okay, that's a bold call here from Sonny Weaver, but I think it's probably pretty accurate. 1st and 10, I formation for the Steelers. It's going to be Le'Veon Bell getting the carry first. Nice shot by the New England Patriots. Getting some early penetration, able to bring down Bell for no gain. Going to bring up a 2nd and 10.
And one thing you notice, you saw that line shifting for the Patriots. They saw something they didn't like there. They got wide trying to contain Bell. Bell went wild on those Browns last night, and that's a big part of the Steelers' offense is setting up the pass through the run with Bell. Trying to contain him early is a good way to get them in a bad down and distance.
Yeah, he may not have had a lot of carries. He sure had a lot of yards against those Cleveland Browns in their big victory at home. No snow this week. It's a beautiful day here in Pittsburgh. And on 2nd and 10, it's going to be a handoff to Le'Veon Bell again. And once again, the New England Patriots defense standing tall and bringing down Bell for, we'll give him a half-yard gain, bringing it to a 3rd and 9. But, Sonny, if we know the Pittsburgh Steelers at all as exemplified by their stats, Le'Veon Bell is a great compliment. He's a very talented running back. But this team, their offense runs with Ben Roethlisberger.
Yeah, the right arm of Ben Roethlisberger dictates how this team's going to do. And right now, we're going to see them here in a 3rd and 9 situation. Patriots so far have laid back, let their guys get to coverage, run fits. They're going to need to come after Ben because if you let him sit in the pocket too long, he's going to eat you up.
And now a 3rd and 9 for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Big moment here for the Patriots. They can get a stop. 3 wide receivers for Roethlisberger, who is dropping back to pass on 3rd and 9. Looking over the middle of the field, he has Bell, who comes up with a tough catch through contact and pulls it down at the 48-yard line. Give the Steelers a 1st down, and that right arm of Ben Roethlisberger doing the work there, finding Le'Veon Bell, who made a very difficult catch.
Good readjustment there by Ben. He changed the launch point, found a clean angle there to Bell.
Roethlisberger dropping back to pass again on 1st and 10. All the time in the world, he finally finds the tight end, James, over the middle of the field for a 1st down. Sonny, I don't know if you noticed there, but Le'Veon Bell was running just a little swing route on the left side, and he was as open can be. Roethlisberger, nonetheless, finds a way to get a 1st down, and the Pittsburgh Steelers are driving early.
Well, you had a high-low drive concept there. The guy ran with the tight end. What's interesting there is you had 2 guys on tight end. They still threw it to a wide-open tight end.
Le'Veon Bell gets the carry here, takes a big hit behind the line of scrimmage. He goes down for a 1-yard loss, bring up a 2nd and 11. And so far, the New England Patriots, what are you seeing up front here, Sonny? Is this the Patriots focusing on the run game and making Ben beat him with his arm? Or is this just the fact that the defensive line is just outplaying the offensive line at this point?
Well, so far you're seeing a lot of runs coming out of shotgun sets. Le'Veon Bell can do that. I'd like to see him get back more in that I formation. They've taken one shot so far there. Try to get some lead blockers in front of Bell.
2nd and 11 for the Steelers. Roethlisberger dropping back to pass all the time in the world, and it's intercepted by the New England Patriots, and he's going to try to take this one back. He's at the 30, cuts past Roethlisberger. Roethlisberger brings him down. A flag is down on the play. I think this one is going to be a block in the back, bringing this back to the 35-yard line, but great field position for the New England Patriots as Sonny. That's a Sonny Weaver splash play, and something that I would like to point out kind of got overlooked yesterday because of the 10 turnovers by the Browns. Roethlisberger threw 2 picks of his own, and both were pretty ill-advised throws.
Yeah. The issue there was Ben was locked in on his receiver. He had a deeper corner route behind that. Instead, he chose to go underneath, got picked off. He's got to make better reads. We saw it last night. Threw an interception on that first drive last night as well.
1st and 10 for the New England Patriots. Ball on the 35-yard line as Brady dropping back to pass on 1st and 10. He'll dump this off underneath, and the Steelers, they were well prepared for that one. That's going to go for no gain whatsoever. Going to bring up a 2nd and 10.
You know, and here's the other thing. The New England offense is predicated on short underneath routes. They don't like to push the ball downfield except across the middle. I would shade a lot of inside and press them and try to make them beat you by throwing outside and up the field. You'll see an occasional comeback route, but a lot of that's going to be crossers and posts across the middle. 2nd
and 10 for the New England Patriots. Ball still on the 35-yard line. Big set here. 3 tight ends on the right side of that formation. Brandon Cooks, the only wide receiver out there. He's on the left side. Now tight end coming in motion from the right over to the left. And on 2nd and 10, Brady, another play action pass. He's going to be looking to pass the ball. Looks over to the left side, and there's one of those comeback routes. But Cooks, well out of bounds. That ball might have been a little late. It goes for an incomplete pass nonetheless. Going to bring up a 3rd and 10.
Yep, and right there you saw it. You had a crosser concept across the middle of the field and the comeback. Those are 2 staples of this offense. Now look for slide concepts to come in here. Wouldn't be surprised if maybe you see it here.
3rd and 10 for the New England Patriots. Ball on the 35-yard line. Patriots have yet to gain a yard, but they're in field goal range due to the interception on 3rd and 10. Looks like a draw play being set up. It is indeed. Bud Dupree gets absolutely shaken off. Oh, White, what a play, shaking off Bud Dupree and getting the first down on 3rd and 10. Sonny, the old draw play, a lot of people very critical of running draw plays on 3rd down. They think it's a boring play. They think that teams should take a bigger shot, but right there, James White showed off his muscle and got the first down.
Very good play call there by the New England Patriots.
Yeah, not trying to anything too drastic there. On 1st and 10, Patriots going to try to run the ball again. This one, Dion Lewis maybe gets a yard. We'll call it no gain. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 10.
And here's the thing with that 3rd and 10, you've got the Steelers sitting back. You've got really good pass rushers, Bud Dupree, T.J. Watt, and you only send 3 guys. I think you want to rattle this New England offense, send some pressure, see what they can do.
2nd and 10 for Brady and the Patriots. 2 wide receivers out there. One on each side of the formation. Brady's going to drop back to pass on 2nd and 10. He's looking over to the left side. Oh, Artie Burns! Man, oh man, the veteran had an opportunity to take that one away. Just couldn't get his hands on it, but he did disrupt the pass enough. It's incomplete. It's going to bring up another 3rd and 10 for the New England Patriots.
Yeah, Artie Burns mistimed that a little bit. If he gets his hands on that and hangs on, he's running the other way for 6. We saw it last night. He's a master of the pick 6. Wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't get one tonight as well.
Man, it's interesting looking at the stats of the Steelers defense. They are the 3rd worst passing defense in the NBL based on yards, but they force a lot of turnovers. And they're looking for one here. 3rd and 10 shotgun formation for Brady and the Patriots. It's a play action pass. Looks like they set up a screen to the outside, and the Pittsburgh Steelers were plenty prepared for that one. So far, Tom Brady, 2 completions. None of them have gained a yard. And they're going to set up for a field goal here from the 23-yard line. A 40-yard attempt from the right hash. New England looking for the early lead. Convert some points off of turnovers after the early interception by Ben Roethlisberger. Ball is down. The kick is up, and it is good. In New England, a 3-0 lead here on the road. But Pittsburgh, after the interception, giving great field goal, Sonny, you've got to think the Steelers defense is feeling good about themselves.
Yeah, the defense feels fine. They know that what Ben does is he turns the ball over early in games. It happens often, but you know, one thing I'm thinking if I'm Pittsburgh is I keep doing what I'm doing. They're taking away the underneath routes. They're not allowing the middle stuff, and that's really how you're going to slow down New England. Now, for Pittsburgh, we got to start pushing the ball downfield.
Yeah, the Pittsburgh Steelers, #1 offense in the NBL, undefeated as of right now. They are looking to go 18-0 with a win today. And they're going to come out under center. Le'Veon Bell in the backfield. 2 wide receivers out there, and on 1st and 10, it's a play-action pass. Roethlisberger, he's looking to throw. He's got all the time in the world. He throws it off underneath, and it's intercepted once again by the Patriots. Touchdown defensive play of the New England Patriots, shocking the home crowd right now. Oh, and I have a feeling, Sonny, I don't know, but I have a feeling Hop in the chat is feeling pretty good about himself. For the Patriots up 9-0 early now, awaiting this extra point. The pick 6 by Roethlisberger. And Sonny, what are we seeing here? Roethlisberger has all the time in the world. The offensive line giving him plenty of time. He's just making bad reads.
He's settling for the check down. Both times he had guys deeper downfield. That time he had a crosser that sat down at the sideline. Instead, he tries to check it down. Ben, you can throw it away if you don't like anything. You don't have to try to force it. And right now we're seeing the forcing. Now, again, this offense can flip a switch at any time. But you got to start getting a little bit nervous about how this game's going. Kind of feeling reminiscent a little bit the last time we saw an undefeated team, you know, the New York Giants upsetting the undefeated Patriots. Maybe a little payback here for the Patriots.
At 1st and 10 now for the Steelers. Roethlisberger dropping back to pass. And he's able to complete this one to his own team, to Martavis Bryant. It's a first down to the 46-yard line. And Sonny, I love that play call by the offensive coordinator. They come out. It's an easy 2-read play. It's one of the routes that Ben knows how to throw, and he completes it to Martavis Bryant.
Yeah, kind of scary read there still, though, because you had bracket coverage. You had one over top, one underneath. Perfect throw, but it could get dangerous thrown into that kind of coverage.
Bell gets 3 yards on first down. Sonny, if you are the New England Patriots, or excuse me, the Pittsburgh Steelers, you've trusted Ben Roethlisberger all year, but he's thrown 2 interceptions early in this game. Do you think about going more run-heavy with Le'Veon Bell?
Yeah, I don't think that reflects their offensive style. Maybe if I'm Pittsburgh, I go a little up-tempo, try to catch them in a defensive set you like. Try to get some momentum going here. We got to get a couple completions in here for Ben.
2nd and 7 for the Steelers. 3 wide receivers, 2 over to the left, 1 over to the right. Le'Veon Bell in the backfield, and on 2nd down, they're handoff to Le'Veon Bell once again, who spins off one tackler, can't fight off the second. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 7 now for the Pittsburgh Steelers, and so far the #1 offense in the NBL. They're looking pretty tame early in the AFC Championship game.
And really what you're seeing here, you're seeing a lot of pressure coming up the middle, and they're shedding those blocks quickly. I think if I'm Pittsburgh, I'm going to try to use some fake heights, hold the Patriots a little bit, slow down the pass rush, because right now they've been at Ben's feet quite a few times.
Yeah, now 3rd and 7 for the Patriots. 4 wide receivers out there, 2 to each side. Rodgers coming in motion. It's Roethlisberger dropping back pass. Looks over to the left side. He throws his 3rd interception of the first half. Is Ben Roethlisberger coming out and trying to outdo what the Cleveland Browns did yesterday? I think he's just showing off. So far, not good for the undefeated Steelers, and the New England Patriots have got to be feeling great about themselves.
Yeah, that's it's very.
That wasn't even close.
It's very reminiscent right now of what we saw last night from Cleveland.
I'm going to have to cue up the update music, aren't I? I'm going to have to cue up the update music. 1st and 10. It's a handoff on 1st down, and a big hit by Ryan Chase. The ball is out, and the Pittsburgh Steelers, the defense says, Ben, we got you, Big Daddy, and they get a fumble recovery, a huge hit in the backfield, and now the question that is out there, Sonny Weaver, is can Ben Roethlisberger figure out his team is not in the road whites?
Well, and again, you know, and this sounds crazy, but this is a great time. You get a quick turn of possession, take a shot downfield, see what you can get.
Oh, Roethlisberger is going to throw it here on 1st and 10. So far, real bad as Roethlisberger takes off. He looks down the field, has a man. It's Eli Rogers, and just like that, folks, the Pittsburgh Steelers, they get on the board, and Roethlisberger shakes off 3 early interceptions, and the Pittsburgh Steelers cut into this early lead. Sonny Weaver, you implored him to look downfield. Don't check it underneath and get it intercepted. I think he might have been listening to the NBL Live broadcast because that was a beautiful throw to Eli Rogers.
Yeah, it was a great play there by Ben Roethlisberger. He found some time with his feet. Again, talking about that pressure coming as they shanked the kick.
That kick wasn't even close.
Yeah, that one hurts. But again, you know, they felt the pressure coming. Ben moves out of the pocket, keeps his eyes downfield, finds Rodgers. That pressure's still coming, though. You got to get that pressure slowed down. Got to change the snap count, try to get some offsides.
New England, after that fumble, they might not be feeling quite as good as they were after the 3rd interception. They're up 10-6 after the missed extra point. Sonny, the interesting thing here, again, it's very similar to what happened last night. The New England Patriots offense has done absolutely nothing in this game. Tom Brady has 2 completions for no yards. They got the ball on the 35-yard line and only moved it forward by 10 yards. The offense is going to have to prove something as they have to actually put together a drive here. As they're on the 23-yard line on 1st and 10. It's going to be a handoff up the middle and nothing doing there. Only a yard on the play. Bringing up a 2nd and 9, but this New England Patriots offense not looking good early, but they're up 10-6 because the defense is playing real strong.
Yeah, defense is playing strong. Now, remember, New England kind of runs a conservative offense here in NBL. And so you're going to see a lot of runs, some underneath throws, and an occasional shot down the center of the field or a crosser. So for New England, it's important to work with this lead. We talked about before the game, I thought it'd be a close game. Watch them try to keep it close throughout the half.
2nd and 9 is going to be handoff over the left side, and Lewis has some room over there. Is that James White into the game? That is White, who had the big run on 3rd down out of the draw play. He gets some room on the outside. Good seal by the offensive line. 1st down for the Patriots. And Sonny, this New England Patriots team, we know that their run game, they're not great, bottom half of the league, but if there's one thing we know that the New England Patriots offense loves, it's those runs around the outside with their very speedy running backs.
Yeah, one thing I'll say, though, is you can't have Brandon Cooks out there on the left side blocking Artie Burns and blocking him 10 yards downfield. Burns has got to shed that block, get up, and make that tackle.
Now a 1st and 10 for the New England Patriots. Quick 3-step drop, looking for the screen. Oh, and Ross Cockrell, what are you doing out there, big fella? He does get the tackle for a 3-yard loss, but man coverage on the wide receiver screen. Boy, you got to get in front of that ball and intercept it. It's a 3-yard loss, going to bring up a 2nd and 13.
Cockrell needs to help out his teammates there. He was standing behind the receiver. He was waiting. He didn't want to miss and give up a big play. But at this point, if you're Pittsburgh, you need to see a splash play of your own here soon.
2nd and 13 for the Patriots. Brady under center. Bunch formation, 3 to the right. Cooks alone to the left on 2nd down. They're going to hand it off again. They're trying to get this run game going, and it is not going. I'd like to point out Deion Lewis has -1 yards rushing, which is 2 more yards than Tom Brady has passing to start this game. What are the New England Patriots doing, and what can they do to fix this offense so far?
Well, this is kind of the offense you see the Patriots run. They play good defense. We talked about coming to the game. Very good secondary for New England, very underrated, but the offense isn't going to wow you. They're going to win with good defensive and conservative play calling. 3rd
and 12 for the Patriots. Play action pass. Brady's going to be dropping back to a pass. Looks over the middle of the field. It is complete, but well short of the 1st down as he it completes this one at the 39-yard line. Going to bring up a 4th and 8. New England's going to have to punt, and Sonny, a game that looked like New England was firmly in control with 3 early interceptions of Ben Roethlisberger. Right now, it seems like momentum is firmly with the Pittsburgh Steelers as they get another stop on the defensive side of the ball.
Well, momentum's there as long as they can come out here and put together a drive. One play on offense I wouldn't call momentum. They got a good stop on defense. They need to string something together here. Obviously, they've got Martavius Bryant, and they don't have Antonio Brown. They had Rodgers there getting that catch. I'd like to see them maybe try to work something underneath. You've got a couple guys that can do catch and run. Let's try to use those guys.
1st and 10, I formation for the Pittsburgh Steelers. They're going to hand off to Le'Veon Bell over the left side. He's got room. He's going to get up near the 1st down marker. We'll call him at the 36-yard line. A 9-yard gain for Bell. Going to bring up a 2nd and 1. And Sonny, just what you called for. They came out in the I formation. He had a lead blocker. They were able to seal the edge, and a nice run for Bell.
Yeah, and actually, it was a great play there by Devin McCourty, who squared up on Bell, didn't let him shake him, squared up, got a clean tackle on him. But I'd like to see more of that from Pitt. I think the power run game is a little underrated part of this Pittsburgh offense.
Mac Daddy for real saying, just a huge fan of your league. We appreciate all the support from everybody as Ben Roethlisberger throws his 4th interception of the game, folks. This one, it could go all the way. Villanova with a great tackle. Freeney intercepts that one. Ben Roethlisberger, 4 picks on the day. Sonny, what is this world we live in? Where is the Big Ben that has led this Pittsburgh Steelers to a 17-0 record?
Yeah, and what you got there, you had the cornerback blitz coming off, but you had 2 guys in the same area. They didn't give a chance for it to develop. You had a post and a corner working on the same side. And what you allowed to happen there was the cornerback sat underneath both routes. You threw it too early. Obviously, the blitz was coming, but you had the drag route. You got to read the defense.
And then Pittsburgh Steelers defense needing to come out and have another big stop. As great field position for the Patriots on the 15-yard line. 1st and 10 for Brady and the Patriots. He's going to hand the ball off up the middle, and a nice tackle there on Deion Lewis. Going to bring him down to the 12-yard line. Give him 4 on the play. Going to bring up a 2nd and 6. And Sonny, I was just checking the old stat book. Ben Roethlisberger only had 13 interceptions the entire regular season. He's thrown a 1/3 of that here today.
Well, and I wouldn't worry too much just yet. He's got a way of coming back out after halftime and making the corrections he needs to make. But right now, if you're Pittsburgh, you're kind of getting a little nervous here. Maybe Le'Veon Bell's going to end up playing a bigger role in this than we thought.
2 wide receivers for the Patriots. They hand it off again to Dion Lewis, and Dion Lewis is going to go down the 10-yard line, give him another 2 yards. Sonny, we've seen Patriots teams in the past. Tom Brady. It's a passing offense. They're really focusing on the run early in this game. Is it fear of turnovers, or is it just them trying to establish a solid run game?
Well, I think the Patriots have always been a run-heavy team. Tom Brady is a great player, but the run always sets up the pass. Look for him to do it yet again here.
3rd and 4, 2 tight ends, 2 wide receivers for Brady. Man coming in motion on 3rd down. They're going to hand it off right up the middle. Steelers defense stands strong, bringing down Dion Lewis at the 9-yard line. 3 straight run plays, Sonny. They couldn't get 10 yards. They couldn't get 7 yards. It's a 4th and 4. And once again, New England Patriots, they've had forced 2 turnovers and gotten great field position off them. One at the 35-yard line. This one at the 15-yard line. They're going to come away with only 6 points from those 2 turnovers.
And, you know, when you look at this game, again, I told you coming in, New England secondary, very underrated. Now, Ben's not making great reads, but they're capitalizing on it. And we talked about it in the Browns game last night. One thing Pittsburgh did was when the ball was thrown to them, they actually caught it. We've seen that from New England. They're not dropping those easy interceptions, and that's a big deal here. So, Pittsburgh got to get the running game going. Le'Veon Bell, get him on an edge, get a lead blocker, maybe a tight end, maybe a fullback. But try to get Bell going here. Ben needs to calm down. If you're going to throw it, it better be something underneath here to get started.
NBL's own Gub making a great point. If the Steelers can get to 13-13 at the half, that's a win for sure. As Roethlisberger comes out in the shotgun, 3 wide receivers, 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Bell in the backfield on 1st and 10. They're going to hand off to Le'Veon Bell over the left side. I think the Patriots were keen in on the fact that they wanted to establish the run game after 4 interceptions from Ben Roethlisberger. They were able to bring him down in the backfield. He'll get a yard on the play. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, Bell struggling running out of the shotgun set. I said it before. I really want to see some running out of the I formation here.
3 wide receivers again, 2 over to the left, 1 to the right for Ben Roethlisberger. Le'Veon Bell to his right. It's going to be Roethlisberger dropping back to pass on 2nd down. Steps up in the pocket, looks deep over the middle of the field, and throws it into coverage again. That one not intercepted. What is Roethlisberger seeing out there? That one not even close to open. And Sonny, it just seems like we continue to see Roethlisberger, unlike against the Browns where he was working underneath and then working over top, he's just trying to work over top and get everything back in one play.
Well, what he's doing is he's locking in before the snap, he's making his read. He's actually reading the defenses. That was cover 2, which meant the gap should have been there. But actually, the linebacker does a good job of trailing the cornerback and breaks up that pass.
Oh!
Ben's got to actually make some reads.
Hey, how about right there? He threw that underneath the Salmon Coates, who was wide open and got the 1st down. Patriots, recognizing the Patriots trying to work downfield, or recognizing the Steelers trying to work downfield, and they dropped back very heavily. Coates came underneath, and Roethlisberger finally made a good throw underneath.
Yeah, and we talked about it. You got to make those underneath throws. They get it there. Cover 4, surprisingly, people think that's a prevent defense. It's actually not a great defense against a passing situation. It looks good in the play art, but it's really not something you're trying to run, especially in long down and distances.
1st and 10 for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Ball on the 40-yard lines. We've hit the 2-minute warning. Pittsburgh down 7 after 4 interceptions. They're probably pretty lucky to be down 7. Blitz coming from the outside. He gets it away and finds Sammy Coates over the middle of the field. It's a 1st down, and that's the Ben Roethlisberger we have come to know and love in Pittsburgh. That's the Ben Roethlisberger who's won 17 straight games. A beautiful throw with the blitz coming in his face.
Yeah, blitz coming. Need to see more fake hikes here from the Steelers. Slow down the pass rush. Pittsburgh, though, minute 40 left in this half. Put up a score here. You're right back in this game.
Shotgun formation for Roethlisberger. Punch formation to the right. 1 over to the left. Bell in the backfield to the left of Ben Roethlisberger. 1st and 10 as he switches up the play, surveying the defense. Clock now under a minute 30 to go. It's Roethlisberger dropping back to pass on 1st and 10. He steps up in the pocket once again. He's looking deep down the left side. Oh, Bryant trying to come up with the one-handed catch. We do have an injury on the play. We'll let you know what that is when we find out. But that one, it looked like he had him beat a little bit. Nice recovery by the Patriots, able to get back and force an incompletion. Going to bring up a 2nd and 10.
I actually like the slot guy there that was working across the middle of the field. He goes deep, but I think the slot guy actually beat his guy across the middle of the field. Would have been a 1st down. Instead, they try to take the deep shot. Obviously, you get a guy one-on-one like that, you want to take your shots. But in this game, with this time left, maybe try to work it down a little bit.
2nd and 10. Again, question in the chat. Did AB play last game? No, Antonio Brown still out. He should be able to return for the Super Bowl if the Steelers find a way to get there. They're down 13-6 in this game, and the New England Patriots defense especially playing strong here on the road in Pittsburgh. It's a 2nd and 10 for the Steelers. Roethlisberger comes out shotgun formation, bunch over to the right, 3 on that side, and Martavis Bryant alone on the left. It's a draw play for Le'Veon Bell, and the Pittsburgh Steelers not able to get this run game going so far, as Hightower able to plug up the hole and bring down Le'Veon Bell for a 1-yard loss. Going to bring up a 3rd and 11.
So 3rd and 11, 39-yard line. You're not going to make this field goal from this distance. So at the least, you need to be getting 5 yards here. Put yourselves in a position to put points on the board. At worst, maybe you're trying to work down the field a little bit.
Shotgun formation. 3 wide receivers, 2 to the left, 1 to the right for Roethlisberger's dropping back to pass. Blitz coming right up the middle. He gets up, finds Bell, who is able to get the first down and more. Oh, it looked like Bell might have had an opportunity to be taken down, as we find out Gilbert, the right tackle, he will be out for the game with a dislocated elbow. That's a loss on the offensive line, but let's go back to Le'Veon Bell on that catch. It looked like the Patriots had an opportunity to bring him down short of the first down marker, and Bell turned on the Jets and turned it upfield and gets the first down and moves them into the red zone.
Yeah, and what you saw there was a little bit of a rub route, giving the Patriots a piece of their own medicine. You get the corner or the wide receiver crossing, Bell coming underneath. I thought the crosser was actually more open, but Bell made a great play there to make a man miss.
And the Patriots bring a blitz right up the middle, and Roethlisberger does not get rid of the ball. He goes down for a sack. Back for a 7-yard loss, bringing up a 2nd and 17. Let's go back to the injury on the offensive line. Sonny, what sort of effect do you see that happening as we get further into this game?
Well, there's already been a lot of pressure here by New England in this game. The running game's not been a factor yet, so losing a right tackle is going to hurt that, obviously, but I'd like to see them still try to commit to this run.
2nd and 17, it's a handoff to Le'Veon Bell. They committed to that run, and it went absolutely nowhere. He's down at the 25-yard line. 17 seconds and counting in Pittsburgh. They're going to use their second timeout with 15 seconds to go. They have a 3rd and 17 here. What sort of play call do you expect from the Pittsburgh Steelers?
I would actually like maybe some sort of sit route. And the reason I say that is I expect some sort of cover 3, cover 4 setup here. Curl flat combo even, where we can get the wide receiver and give him a chance to make a play after the ball is caught.
We're on the 25-yard line. So from here, it's a 42-yard field goal. Very makeable here for the Pittsburgh Steelers. But let's not forget, folks, they did miss an extra point early in this game. 13-6, New England on top, 15 seconds going on. 3rd down, it's a play-action pass for Roethlisberger. He's looking to the end zone. A dangerous throw with bracketed coverage. Bryant couldn't come up with a catch, though. It's going to bring up a 4th and 17, and they're probably very fortunate not to have seen that one go the other way.
Yeah, and you had cover 2 there, so again, you had bracket coverage. And what happened was the safety took the outside guy. The post was open, but again, been locked in on the wheel route. Goes there instead of hitting the post. I think the post probably results in a touchdown.
Oh, man, it goes from bad to worse as the field goal is blocked, and the Pittsburgh Steelers come away with no points on that drive. Sonny, I mean, again, you never know what will happen. We have a full half to go. But there are some games where it just seems like everything is going wrong for one team, and so far, 4 interceptions for Ben Roethlisberger, a missed extra point, and a blocked kick. I think the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to want to forget everything that happened here in the first half.
Yeah, this has not been a game the Pittsburgh Steelers had planned to be playing right now. But with all that said, you're still only down 7. You're giving them the ball. New England, again, and their offense has not done anything in this game right now. It's all your own turnovers causing this. You don't have to get it all back right away. You've got to chip away at it. You got to just basically take little chunks out as you go. Get the running game going, not out of shotgun. Get it out of I formation. Now, if you're New England, don't play too conservative. You're nursing a 7-point lead, but that can disappear quickly. If all you're content with doing is running 3 or 4 plays and punting the ball, you're not going to win this game.
Yeah, New England only has 31 yards of offense so far, and they're up 7 here in the as we start the second and half. I formation for the New England Patriots. 2 tight ends, 1 wide receiver over to the right. He's going in motion from right to left as Dion Lewis at the top of that I formation. The Pittsburgh Steelers now pressing up on the line, and on 1st and 10, it's going to be a handoff right up the middle to Dion Lewis. He is immediately met as that was the old piggyback tackle. Sonny, haven't seen that since the late 60s. Nice job by the Pittsburgh Steelers bringing down Dion Lewis for a 2-yard gain.
Yeah, that was Reggie Ragland. Ragland gets traded to Pittsburgh early in the year from Buffalo, and they really like what this guy's doing. He's been kind of the Robin to Ryan Shazier's Batman in the middle of the field.
2nd and 8 for the New England Patriots. 3 wide receivers out there on 2nd down. They're going to hand off again to Dion Lewis. He's actually going to get a little success there. Give him 6 yards on the play. It's still going to bring up a 3rd and 2, and New England just, they're just appear to be throwing the playbook out the window with all those passing plays. They have been run heavy to start this game. Now we'll see what happens here on a 3rd and 2.
TJ Watt makes a great play there. He sheds the block. The guy's already behind him. He turns around and pulls him down, probably saving a big play there.
3 wide receivers, 2 over to the left, 1 to the right for the New England Patriots on 3rd and 2. It's going to be a handoff to Dion Lewis, who breaks a tackle and gets the 1st down. Sonny, the Steelers had an opportunity there. It was a 3-and-out. The tackle was there, and Dion Lewis, who, let's point out, not the biggest guy, by far known more as the speed back, is able to shake off that tackle and get the 1st down.
That was all Dion Lewis. He should have been tackled in the backfield. He makes a man miss, actually sheds it, and gets upfield for the 1st down. Great play by that young man.
1st and 10, it's a handoff. Once again, this time it is James White taking the carry. He'll only get a yard on the play to the 39-yard line. 2nd and 9 now for the New England Patriots. While we have a moment here in the 3rd quarter, I want to give a big shout-out to our pregame sponsor and our graphic sponsor. That's web3ks.com. Big shout-out to all business at web3ks.com. They do that overlay you see here on NBL Live and a ton of the other graphics on the NBL network. So if you or anyone you know needs graphics done for an affordable price, head over to web3ks.com. They are the leaders in affordable graphic design, and a big thanks to all business as always. As it is Brady, he's actually going to throw the ball, toss it underneath to Julian Edelman, who gets up to the 45-yard line, just short of the 1st down. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 2.
And again, they're just working slowly underneath down the field. If you're Pittsburgh, I'm pressing them. I'm working inside. I'm putting guys over top, maybe cover 2. But I'm pressing them, and I'm going to try to make them beat me over top, something we've not seen them able to do yet.
Another 3rd and short here for the New England Patriots, and that is one thing they have done so far in this game is find a way to get them into 3rd and manageables when they've had success. Comes out I formation, 2 wide receivers over to the left side, 1 tight end on the right side of the formation. Dion Lewis into the game in the I formation. Last time we saw this, Dion Lewis did get the carry. Brady's going to pass it here on 3rd and 2. The rush comes up the middle. Brady takes a hit, and then a big hit downfield as the pass is jarred free, incomplete. Brady 5 for 9 for 9 yards in this game. Excuse me, 5 for 8 for 9 yards. He couldn't complete that one, and the Patriots are going to be forced to punt the ball. Great job by the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah, big stop there, Mike Mitchell. He was the player of the game on NBL Live last night, laying the wood there, breaking up the pass, and that could have been a big play for New England.
Punt is away. This is a good one. It is going inside the 5-yard line. Backspin trying to keep it in, but it's going to go over the goal line, bring it back to the 20-yard line. That could have been huge if they were able to pin the Steelers back. Instead, the Pittsburgh Steelers offense is going to come out for the 1st time after the 1st half. And, Sonny, what do you think the message was to the veteran Ben Roethlisberger in the locker room?
Keep throwing, young man. When you've got a veteran like Ben Roethlisberger, you let him do what he knows how to do, and that's throw the ball downfield.
1st and 10. Roethlisberger is going to throw the ball here on 1st down. The rush is coming, 3 cut, and he finds Martavis Bryant down the field. Oh, what a play. We do have an injury on the play, but what a throw there by Ben Roethlisberger. And a question in the chat, how is Brady 5 of 8 for 9 yards? Sonny, I think it just all comes down to they've thrown 2 screen passes and a bunch underneath, and nothing has really gone for positive yards.
Yeah, and right there, Ben Roethlisberger shut his eyes and chucked it downfield as he had 3 defenders closing in on him there. Bad read again by Ben, but he gets bailed out on that one.
No, Ben Roethlisberger is not hurt. Kyle, thanks for the update, though. That one we will not be playing the update theme for us. Ben Roethlisberger still in the game. He's going to take another hit, though, as he goes down at the 43-yard line. It was Foster, the left guard, who is going to be coming back into the game. Just got banged up a little bit. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 14 as Roethlisberger takes the 2nd sack of the game.
Yeah, and Roethlisberger under pressure all game. We're seeing a lot of it. Got to slow down that pass rush. We've seen draws earlier. Maybe some screen passes here to slow it down.
2nd and 14 for the Pittsburgh Steelers as Rodgers coming in motion over from the right side. They're going to hand it off to Le'Veon Bell, and Bell's going to lose more yards. Down at the 41-yard line, another 2-yard loss. And Sonny, they keep trying to run the ball out of the shotgun. I don't know how many times you have to do it to prove that this is just not working. The shotgun run plays have netted them absolutely nothing.
Yeah, the only success they found was the 1 I formation play they ran in the 2nd quarter, I believe. Got to get back to it. Obviously not here on 3rd and 16, but something to keep an eye on going forward.
Roethlisberger in the shotgun. He's got 3 wide receivers out there, 1 tight end also on the right side of that formation. It's Roethlisberger dropping back to pass on 3rd and 16. Looks over the middle of the field, and Sammy Coates with a big catch at the 40-yard line. Another first down, and Sonny, we talked about Antonio Brown, who's out for this game. We talked about Martavis Bryant, how good he is, but Sammy Coates has really been the unsung hero early in this game. He's had some big catches for this offense.
Coates has really stepped up in the absence of Antonio Brown. I actually like the outside receiver there running the deep out. Instead, they go with the post route. And then, again, not a great read by Roethlisberger. I think, again, he's getting bailed out here by his wide receivers. He needs to calm down in the pocket and make better reads. 2
tight ends, 2 wide receivers for Roethlisberger. Bell in the backfield on first down. They're going to hand it off right up the middle. Good old-fashioned power football. And Bell actually finds 3 yards on the play. They decided to not run it out of the shotgun, Sonny, and right there they were able to find some success at the middle.
Yeah, and that's what we talked about. Le'Veon Bell, get him out there, get him down. You came with the 2 tight end formation there. I still want to see more I formation. Get a lead back. You've got a good fullback. Let's get Le'Veon Bell going here a little bit.
2nd and 6 for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Single back formation for Le'Veon Bell, and he's going to take the ball, cut it over to the right side. He's got the first down and more, and Le'Veon Bell's got the legs moving. They finally stop running out of the shotgun. He finally finds some finally finds some success out of the under center formation. He gets the first down up to the 28-yard line.
Yeah, and so we're seeing Le'Veon Bell starting to get in a little bit of a groove here. Play action works when you actually have a running game. They have no running game. Play action's not been very effective for the Steelers. I would stick with this running attack for now until somebody actually stops you.
1st and 10. Roethlisberger dropping back to pass on 1st and 10. Blitz coming right up the middle, and down goes Roethlisberger. New England brought just about everybody and their family on that blitz, and Roethlisberger could not get rid of the ball. 3rd sack of the day for the New England Patriots. Another Sonny Weaver splash play for this defense, who has created a lot of them so far in this game.
A lot of man defense, early downs. First down, you see a lot of man here from New England. You're seeing the blitzes coming on early downs. If I'm Big Ben and I see that, I've got to check out of that. We were in a position there where, Ben's looking deep downfield again here on early downs. Take the underneath early and then maybe take your shots in better down and distances.
And a reminder, folks, hit that subscribe button so you know when we go live. We're going to be having our Super Bowl special. That'll be Friday night. Time to be determined. You can also follow us on Twitter at Bomber League for the official time. As it's a screen pass to Davis. Davis almost took that one to the house. A shoestring tackle, bringing him down to the 29-yard line. They get a good chunk of that sack back. 8 yards on the play. And another 3rd and 11. A 3rd and long for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Screen pass was the right call there. Davis, maybe not so much the right call. I'd like to see him have put Le'Veon Bell out there. A little shiftier on the catch. Can make more guys miss. Plus, Davis has had a little bit of an issue with fumbling this year.
3rd and 11 for the Pittsburgh Steelers. It's Roethlisberger in the shotgun. 3 wide receivers over to the right side. 1 over to the left, and on 3rd and 11, he steps up in the pocket, looks over the middle of the field, and Sammy Coates couldn't come up with a catch on that one. Probably lucky there wasn't a face mask called on the play. Pittsburgh's going to be forced to kick the field goal, and Sonny, let's not forget the 4 points that have been left on the board by the Pittsburgh Steelers. A missed extra point and a blocked field goal. This one from the 29-yard line. The ball down. The kick is actually up this time, and it is good. Pittsburgh finally gets some points on the board and cuts it to a 13-9 lead.
The kicking woes here in Pittsburgh have been well documented so far. We saw them at the end, the second half of that Browns game. I think they may have missed 3 or 4 kicks. So kicking not a forte for Pittsburgh, but so far this game offense hasn't been either.
Yeah, both offenses struggling to move the ball, though Pittsburgh does have 200 yards passing this game, which is 191 yards more than the New England Patriots have passing, as Tom Brady only has 9 yards through the air so far. They're going to need to find something on the offensive side of the ball because you give Pittsburgh enough opportunities. You just don't know what will happen. Price is saying no touchdowns for Pittsburgh yet. That is wrong. Pittsburgh actually does have a touchdown. They just missed the extra point. 13-9, New England on top. I formation for Tom Brady. Deion Lewis at the top of that I as they split the fullback out to the left, bring in Cooks and Edelman tight to the formation. Now bringing out Cook. They're just motioning all over the place, folks. If you think you know where these players are, you don't. It's the 1st and 10. It's going to be handoff. Why not to Deion Lewis up the middle? And Deion Lewis gets his customary 2 yards on first down right up the middle, bringing up a 2nd and 8.
And so, again, we're seeing a very conservative play calling from New England. And I can't emphasize it enough. You just keep trying to bank on this lead, and slowly but surely, Pittsburgh will stay in this game. Now, one big play to Martavius Bryant, and you're losing this game, and then you're forced to push it downfield.
Well, and now we're hitting the fourth quarter. New England up 13-9. You expect to see New England continue to just run the ball and try to run as much clock as possible, but so far they haven't really had success anywhere offensively. 2nd and 8. Brady under center, 2 wide receivers, 2 tight ends. It's a play-action pass. Brady rolling to the right side. The rush is coming. He throws it deep to the left, and it is complete to Julian Edelman. They finally complete a pass farther than 2 feet in front of them. It's Edelman deep downfield at the 47-yard line. First down, Patriots.
Yeah, and that's what we've been waiting for here. New England finally taking a shot downfield, trying to back that Steelers defense off of them.
1st and 10. Expect to see a run here on first down from the Patriots. That has been their mantra so far is on first down. It is a handoff to Dion Lewis, and Dion Lewis, well, he gets his customary, that one was only a yard. But they'll call it 2. Why not? He got just past the 46-yard line. It's going to bring up another 2nd and 8.
Big shout out to Will Secret mentioning that Sonny's right. Not even sure what the context of that is.
But just
Sonny's right.
You just like hearing your name. You're the guy that passes a window and stops for a second to admire your reflection, aren't you?
You know, windows, I'm a vampire. You can't see reflections.
That's a fair play. 2nd and 8, flag on the play. That's going to be an offsides. They run the reverse with Julian Edelman, who has a great juke move. Julian Edelman, get to the end zone. Big fella, 46 yards. The Patriots, we don't need to hand it off to our running backs. Let's give it to Julian Edelman, who had a huge catch, and the New England Patriots extend their lead. 5:08 to go. This game is not over yet, folks. But what a juke move from Julian Edelman.
Now I'm getting a little worried if I'm Pittsburgh. I think you know, your offense has really struggled, and at this point, 11 points, as crazy as it sounds, may be an insurmountable lead to overcome.
Well, they're going to have to turn into the explosive offense we have seen from them in this regular season. Coach can take this one 8 yards deep in the end zone. He's up past the 20, trying to get to the 25. He'll be down at the 23-yard line. Boy, if they need the Big Ben of old, and by old I mean 1 game ago, this would be the moment for them to show up. It is 20-9, folks. We appreciate everybody tuning into NBL Live broadcast number 132. I'm Oshu. I'm hanging out with my man, Sonny Weaver. Sonny, I think if there's one thing we can be happy about, this game, much better than the one yesterday.
Well, basically anything would have been better than what we sat through yesterday.
I just got to do it. Yeah, it was a mess. It was a mess, folks, but it was a fun broadcast. We had some fun, mostly at the expense of the Browns. So 1st and 10 here for the Steelers. It's Roethlisberger dropping back to pass on 1st and 10. He looks over the middle of the field, and Sammy Coates has another catch at the 39-yard line. And Sonny, while we have they're just hurrying up. They're running the hurry-up offense. What do you think of the choice to use the hurry-up offense early in the 4th quarter?
I was asking for it in the 2nd quarter, so good change of pace here.
1st and 10 is going to be hand off to Le'Veon Bell. That one went nowhere, folks, as Bell is brought down immediately. A loss of 3 on the play. Sonny, I think we might have our first update of this game, of the AFC Championship game, folks. An update coming into the newsroom. That's right, folks, an NBL Network update. Let me throw it over to Sonny Weaver. Sonny, you've been keeping a close eye on the owner rankings. Do we see Z-Star anywhere in the top 5 as of right now?
Well, OSU, we've been sitting here looking, keeping close eye on the owner rankings, and all my sources say Z-Star is still not anywhere close to the top 5. After some comments by some sources, it's been confirmed that Z-Star is definitely not in the top 5.
Now, that is an important thing to note. It's a great pass there by Roethlisberger on 3rd and 10. He finds Sammy Coates at the 45-yard line. And the hurry-up offense is continuing for the Pittsburgh Steelers. They need to get points, and they need it bad as we're under 4 minutes to go here in the game. They're down 11. Roethlisberger in the shotgun on 1st and 10. He's got all the time in the world. Nobody rushing into Martavius Bryant finally gets a catch over on the left side. Bryant had a catch early in the game, but we basically haven't heard from him here in the second half. He has a huge one there on the 20-yard line. The Pittsburgh Steelers are in the red zone. And I don't know, Sonny, if you're the New England Patriots, are you starting to hear those footsteps?
Why go back to sending heat? You've been doing well when you've been getting pressure, but sitting back is not the way to attack this offense.
Yeah, and Roethlisberger steps up in the pocket, and
he caught
what?
that.
I'm sorry, what? Did he catch? What? Okay, so that happened. Sammy Coates caught that ball. Sonny, Sonny, to you.
Cool.
Yeah, that's a throw into the end zone. Flag on the play. That one was a dangerous throw. But they're going to get Stephon Gilmore for pass interference. And, Sonny, if I'm not mistaken, that is going to be a quarter-yard penalty.
Yeah, but he is getting a first down for it.
How did he catch that? How did Sammy Coates catch that ball, folks? There are many. We've seen some great catches. That one, I have no answers. That left me speechless. First and goal. Ball on the half-yard line. We'll see if Roethlisberger just sort of leans forward and tries to get in the end zone here on first goal. He does, and he gets in the end zone. And Sonny, the Steelers did exactly what they needed to do. They drove down the field quickly. They got a touchdown. And now it's a 5-point game, and those 4 points they left on the board is looking bigger and bigger as we get near the end of the game.
Well, I'm sure they'd like to have back at least a couple of those points. Yeah,
Any
here we
number.
go. We're gonna go for a 2-point conversion.
Try to cut this to a field goal. 2 tight ends, 2 wide receivers for Roethlisberger. Bell in the backfield. Let's see if they even think about running the ball here. They're going to bring Rodgers in motion, and why not? They hand it off to Eli Rodgers, who makes a great cut. Did he get in? Somehow he didn't get in the end zone. He was stood up fighting forward for the yards, and the Patriots bring him down. It's going to stay a 5-point lead. Man, oh man. Eli Rodgers, all 5'9" of him trying to get in the end zone.
Oh, and kicking woes on the ensuing kickoff. Bad kick, and they come out to the 39-yard line. OSU, I'm getting a little nervous here. It's a 5-point game. Let's see what New England can do here if they try to sit back. I just wonder if Pittsburgh creeps back into this one.
Yeah, and again, if it's your first time joining us, folks, first of all, thanks for tuning in. NBL rules do dictate you cannot kill the clock until under 2-minute warning here in the fourth quarter. So you won't see the New England Patriots running the ball and letting this clock run down. So there's plenty of time left. 2 tight ends, 2 wide receivers for Brady and the Patriots. James White into the game. No Dion Lewis on 1st and 10. Brady changing up the play, and he's going to hand it off over the left side for James White, who finds a hole somehow, and he gets a first down at the 50-yard line. The Pittsburgh Steelers have got to be more disciplined than that on the edge. 11 yards for James White.
Yeah, that's that one right there. They got lucky James White stumbled because he probably should have taken that one to the house.
Now another 1st and 10. We're under 3 minutes to go here in the game. Bunch formation, 3 to the right, 1 over to the left. Dion Lewis back into the game. It's on 1st and 10. They're going to hand it off to Lewis. He puts the ball on the ground. It's recovered by the Steelers. There's life in Pittsburgh, boys and girls. Oh, man, the second fumble of the game for the New England Patriots running back. And the Pittsburgh Steelers, they're feeling great as they have great field position.
Pittsburgh is just that cockroach that you cannot crush. You can't get rid of them. They just find a way to claw themselves back into these games. And so here we go. We talked about it. If you go conservative, they're going to find themselves sitting here with a chance for Pittsburgh to take a lead. Under 3 minutes, you've got the ball on the New England side. Let's see what happens.
And Roethlisberger comes out, shotgun formation, full wide receivers out there. He's dropping back to pass on 1st and 10. He'll dump this one underneath to Eli Rodgers, who takes it up to the 41-yard line. Roethlisberger, 15 of 23, 282, 1 touchdown, 4 interceptions, but all those in the first half. Excuse me. A lot of people just talking about that fumble. Sonny, I think that's all attributed to the Pittsburgh Steelers got early penetration, were able to lay a big hit on Dion Lewis.
Yeah, and at that point, you've got to be playing a little bit more conservative with your ball carrier. Wrap those up. You can't fumble the ball there.
2:21 to go. Roethlisberger drops back to pass on 2nd and 4. He'll toss it underneath once again to Eli Rodgers, who's having a big game so far. He gets suplexed out of bounds. Probably lucky a flag wasn't thrown on that one. Eli Rodgers' 3rd catch of the day. It's a first down for the Steelers. Oh, Sonny, if you're a Patriots fan, you've got to be sick to your stomach right now.
Yeah, I'm feeling really sick now. If I'm Pittsburgh, though, I'm trying to milk a little more clock here.
2:15 to go. Roethlisberger going to be passing it once again on 1st and 10. He looks deep over the right side, and that was a horrible decision by Ben Roethlisberger. He might have just gifted the game to the New England Patriots. This one might be taken to the house. He's at the 20. He's at the 10. New England, start thinking about your celebration for the Super Bowl as the defense gets another touchdown off Ben Roethlisberger.
Wow, and that one right there, folks, it made no sense. It was cover 2. You beat the press at the flat, yet you throw it into coverage over top. I don't know what Ben Roethlisberger is seeing out there, but it's not the field.
New England, well, that kick was somehow worse than the Steelers one they shanked. So it keeps it a two-score game with a field goal. That was bad, but if you're New England, your defense has showed up huge. Tom Brady's thrown for 35 yards, and you have a chance to go to the Super Bowl. What is happening here in Pittsburgh?
Well, I think maybe they got a little too excited about that attempt to put together a perfect season. They felt really good about themselves after demolishing a very, very bad Browns team. Now you got to question, is this the end of the run?
Well, Sonny, let me throw you another question, because we talked about the Seattle Seahawks, who have already made it to the Super Bowl. This New England Patriots team, frankly, apart from their defense, which has looked very good, has been real bad. Their offense has not been good as a deep throw, and that's going to be intercepted, the 6th one for Ben Roethlisberger. And that one's going to seal this game, folks. The New England Patriots are going to go to the Super Bowl. And the defense has played well. Let's give them credit where credit is due, but the offense has looked pedestrian at best. Does this give the Seattle Seahawks, does that make the Seahawks perhaps the favorite to come away with the Super Bowl?
No, not at all. Not at all. Still taking the Patriots in this one.
Not even a little bit?
Not even a little bit.
Like maybe just a smidge?
Nope, not even a smidge.
Maybe just a titch?
Nope.
Hey, Deion Lewis, he hasn't fumbled the ball. Yeah, he falls down. He doesn't want to go out of bounds. 26-15. What have we seen in this game, folks? Ben Roethlisberger's collapse. And again, stick with us to the end of the game. That's where we will have our selection for our NBL Live Player of the Game here for broadcast number 132. And you can check out all of our Player of the Game archives. That's on our website at 365.maddenbomberleague.com. Pittsburgh content to just let the Patriots kneel this one out. As the victory formation for Tom Brady and the Patriots here in Pittsburgh. What a game by their defense. They really were the stars of this game. Also, does it look like Tom Brady is not under center? He's more offset of center?
Yeah, I think this is a new technique the Patriots are deploying. I've heard about this, seen it in practice. Nice to see them pulling it out here in the game.
Gotta love when they bring out the unconventional kneel formations as we're just going to let this one run out. So, Sonny, another opportunity for a perfect season on the wayside, and you like to say it's a team effort. You never want to put it on one guy, but it's Ben Roethlisberger, the reason why they didn't win this game. 6 interceptions. That is the key to this one.
Yeah, the turnovers we've been seeing the last 2 games played by AFC teams have just been kind of mind-boggling. Now, Pittsburgh did win that game last night, but Ben Roethlisberger did throw a couple bad interceptions there. Now you got to wonder a little bit.
That's 8 interceptions in 2 games.
Yeah, that's a lot of questions in Pittsburgh after this.
Oh, man, oh, man. The AFC Championship game is over, folks, and congratulations to the New England Patriots with a big win on the road, ending the Pittsburgh Steelers run and their undefeated season at the same time. They win this one 26-15. Yeah. I would like to point out that after how bad of a game there was yesterday, Ben Roethlisberger threw only 1 less interception than DeShone Kizer. Now, in fairness, DeShone Kizer did that all in 1 half, but the Steelers, Sonny, looked like primed to take this game. They forced a fumble on the 47-yard line, and I don't think any of the throws we saw, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think any of the interceptions were particularly great plays by the defense. They were all ill-advised throws.
A lot of them looked like they were punts at times. So bad look for the Steelers. And again, not sure what's being said in that locker room right now, but it can't be good.
Well, let's have our selection for the NBL Live Player of the Game here for broadcast number 132, Sonny. It certainly goes to nobody on the New England Patriots offense, because while they did come over with a win, and congratulations, Brady threw for 35 yards, and the running backs combined for a couple turnovers and maybe 35 yards, if that. So I looked defensively, and Eric Rowe had 2 interceptions on the day. Malcolm Butler had 1 that he took back 92 yards. What are you thinking for player of the game?
Let's go with Malcolm Butler. He shut down Martavius Bryant for most of the game. He had the pick 6. It basically closed out the game. So I feel like Malcolm Butler, the guy that we all know as the Super Bowl hero, he comes up big here in this game.
Yeah, so Malcolm Butler going to be your player of the game selection here for broadcast number 132. And again, you can check out the archives of our NBL Live player of the game selections on our website, 365.maddenbarmley.com. And hey, if you want to join the likes of the NBL and apply for the league under the Join tab, you can do that as well. Now, Sonny, before we get out of here, let's look forward to what we got on Friday night. Again, Friday night, folks, hit that subscribe button. Follow us on Twitter at Barmley so you know the game time when we go live. It will presumably be probably 8:30. It's a good guess. Seahawks, Patriots. You've said the Patriots are the favorite in that game, even though they had what I believe is just around 100 yards of total offense. You're still taking the Patriots. What can we look forward to in that matchup?
I think that's going to be a low-scoring game. I think you're going to see two offenses that will struggle to move the ball. Two really good secondaries on both sides of the ball. And what I think you're going to end up seeing is going to come down to who can actually run the ball. I don't foresee Thomas Rawls able to get that running room. I think the Patriots will get a little bit more traction here. And once again, I like the Patriots. But something to keep in mind, somebody new will be walking away with an NBL title. Neither of these owners have won before.
Yeah, and the first title here of the Madden 18 cycle, again, that Super Bowl game, Super Bowl of Season 26 will be on Friday night. Again, hit that subscribe button or follow us on Twitter so you know when we go live and you can find out what that game time is. But that's going to do it for us, folks. What a game we had here on NBL Live. Back and forth action and much less network updates, which is always good because that means the quality of the game was top-notch. And we have our Super Bowl set. It's going to be the Seahawks and the Patriots. What a game we'll have on Friday night. We appreciate each and every one of you tuning into the AFC Championship game. For my co-host, Sonny Weaver, I'm OSU. Once again, the New England Patriots. Congratulations. They win the AFC title, and they move on to face the Seattle Seahawks in the Super Bowl. That'll be right here Friday night here on NBL Live.